wanna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe, striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret.
Hi guys, just putting on lip balm from the Bella Joe shop, River Balms. Love it. Oh, I'm running late today. Running late. I'm off to Costco. Woo! I am. Johnny and the kids were gonna come. They all kind of slept in, and then Johnny's like, "Oh, just stay here." I'm like, "Oh, great. Leave the kids here then, so I could go get it done and come home." So that's what's happening. I'm going by myself today. I do have a list, and let me pull out and I'll tell you all about it. The garage door down. It looks like there's rain clouds coming over, which means it's probably going to rain, which is not going to be fun to drive in because I do not like driving in like lightning and stuff. It freaks me out. I hate it. So instead of babbling here, actually, I might just head on over, drive to Costco, and then when I get there, I'll tell you what my budget and everything is and how I'm going to work today, because it's a little bit different. I'm going to go over my usual grocery budget because I'm thinking ahead. So let me just get to Costco and explain it. Oh, coffee's good. I'm in Roadworks in town, so I thought I may as well just tell you what's going on while I'm driving. Oh, coffee's so good though. I really needed that today. I think that rain's going to come, which is going to be not great for me, that's for sure. I'm not good in driving in lightning. As long as there's no lightning on the way to Melbourne, I'll be fine. But otherwise, I'm like, I'll freak out. Oh my goodness. Well, here's the deal. I'm going to Costco, and I normally, you know, the last few times I've gone to Costco, I've kept within my budget things, but this fortnight, I need to buy, like, I need stuff for the freezer and stuff. I need meats, and I don't want to just spend, like, within the budget at the normal supermarkets because it's more expensive. So that's just silly to me. I may as well, you know, buy the mince from Costco, like I say all the time, because I get it for $10 a kilo, and it's a better deal, and it's a better mince. It's premium mince, I'm telling you. It cooks so differently, it tastes differently. We just can't go back to the other stuff now. Like, it's crazy. I just didn't realize there was such a difference, and people had told me and said about it, but I never really, I honestly didn't think. I was like, oh no, there wouldn't be that much of a difference, but there absolutely is. I would say it's more like the, what is it, 5-star mince that you get at the supermarket, which I never buy because it's really expensive, but it's more like that. So that's one thing. Their chicken is cheaper as well per kilo, so I want to get some chicken. I also want to get their roast chickens because they're only $7 and they're great. You buy them, we pull them apart, I use them for recipes like cooking stuff. I can put some in the freezer, we use it for roast chicken. Like, it's just so much cheaper and I save so much money. So I want to make the effort to go down there. I need bread, and we have decided to definitely go back to the Tip Top bread because the other bread was cheaper and it's great, but we were finding that because it's so much smaller, like the slices, we were eating more of it. So it was actually costing us more because we were buying nearly double the amount of loaves because I had to go back. So definitely want the bread from Costco because the Tip Top bread there is, I think it's like 2 loaves for $6 or just under. So that's heaps cheaper than paying $3.70 a loaf at the supermarket. What else do I need? I want my water, of course, carrots there. I'm actually looking at fresh fruit and veggies this trip, which I don't normally at Costco, apart from the carrots, because when I've looked in the past, it's been more expensive. However, I have been looking up at some people's videos and stuff on YouTube as well as my own, going back on my own. But Zesty Girl had a video up recently. I haven't watched her for weeks, but I looked last night to sort of see if she had, you know, updates on prices and stuff like that. And it could be different because I know she's in Sydney, so it could be different. But there were apples and bananas and things that were really good deal, like really cheap price compared to normal supermarkets. So I'm like, oh, especially apples for us. So I thought, oh, they seem to be on a good deal. So maybe they might be cheaper than what they've been of recent there. So I'm going to get that. Eggs, I'm going to get eggs from there. Oh, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of things that we need, honestly. Like, we're just very low on everything. And it's just cheaper for me to buy at Costco. Like, I will literally save at least $50, if not more, on it. Plus, you know, the actual fact of, like, the mince. Like, we just prefer that mince now. So I would want that mince. You know, just stuff like that. The roast chickens, you know what I mean? Like, really like the roast chickens. Better than buying the smaller, more expensive ones from Woolworths and Coles. So that's my reasoning behind it, and that's why I want to go back. So I'll be doing that. Now my budget. So my budget for my fortnightly shop is normally, I've reduced it down to pre-COVID times. So it's $200 for my May shop in the fortnight, and then $50 for my top-up shop. My top-up shop budget will still stay the same for next week, but the budget for this week is more than $200 because I'm going to be buying stuff like minced chicken, things like that, that are going to go into the weeks ahead. So I'll spend less in the next fortnight, if that makes sense. I'm taking money from the next fortnight to get the Costco stuff. So I'm still trying to work out how I can balance the Costco shop. I know a lot of people I watch in the US, like Jordan Page, for instance, she'll budget for the month more so, but she'll still shop weekly or fortnightly. I think it's weekly she does it. But she uses the budget, you know, of the bulk of it at maybe Costco or either Sam's Club, I think it's called, you know, places like that, and then she'll have the leftover for the rest of the week. So I think I might have to, with the Costco, have to work out some sort of way of doing that, but to still stick within my normal fortnightly budget. Like, I'm going to do that, I think. So I think my budget today is going to be, I'm going to say $300 to $400. Because ideally $300, because it means I'm only taking $100 out of next fortnight's budget. If I go over that, I need to make sure that the meat I get extends through to the next fortnight after that, at least into 1 week or something. So that's kind of where I'm sitting at and what I'm going to do. So I hope that all makes sense, guys. Just updating you on what I'm doing. I know people are going to have opinions about it because everyone's always like, Costco this, Costco that. Most of you really love Costco and enjoy it and go and stuff, but for some people it just doesn't work, and I totally understand that. But a bulk of what we eat and get, I can get there for much cheaper. As far as petrol goes, because people ask me about petrol, I don't use that much petrol to actually get there. And the petrol is actually, well, it's the last time I went, it was 30 cents cheaper there than where I live. So that was amazing. But the savings I have in my groceries makes up for the petrol. I think petrol probably costs me $20 to $30 roughly on a round trip. Like, it's not that much. And I save more than that usually if I'm doing a big shop anyway. Plus, like I said, I just want specific things from there that I can't get at the shops here. Like, it's just the way it is. So that's what I'm doing, guys. So come along with me. I don't know if I'll do a shop with me today, although I would like to go through the meat section and film that, because I need that for myself as well. Because it's one section I've kind of briefly gone through, because we generally just eat lots of chicken and meat, so I haven't gone through the other bits. But I want to go through that for myself and actually have it for me as well to look back on. So maybe I'll do that today. I don't know. I really need to sort of get in and get out today, because I've left quite late, because I was thinking everyone was coming with me today, but they're not. So I don't want to get caught in, if I don't get caught in, what's it called, peak hour traffic coming home, I'll get home in an hour. But if I get caught in peak hour traffic, I will not get home in an hour. I'll get home within an hour and a half, 2 hours. So ideally, I want to be in there and out of there pretty quickly to avoid that. Because if I can get back in an hour, it's usually an hour and 10 to actually my house. Back to town, it's probably close to an hour, but then it takes me another 10 to 15 to get over the other side of town back to my house. So yeah, ideally that's what I would want to do today. All right, second trolley's done. I had to make 2 trips because I got water. I'm going to go through this now so it's much easier for me instead of getting home tonight. But I've got all the waters here. So I got some of the 1.5 litres and I got just the normal 600 mils as well. Just because we found where they've been good to have, because we got some, I haven't filmed it yet, but I've got some for our road trip, and we started pulling the bottles out of there because we ran out of water, but they've been good. I got this big double garlic bread here, and I'll put the prices up on the screen, by the way, because I can't remember off the top of my head some of this. But this for us, we would only have half at a time. Like, it was a good deal. Whatever it was a good deal. So I got that. I got lots and lots of bread. The 2 packs, obviously, as always. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lots of those. So they should last more than a fortnight. That's what I'm hoping, because I do have a couple more loaves in the fridge. Sorry, in the freezer at the moment. It's raining. We got potatoes here. We got carrots. Big lot of carrots. I did get the frozen bags of 2 kilo chips. Bird's Eye. 2 of those. I got little snacks. The crispy dried freeze fruit that we love. The choc chip cookies. Big box of the 66 packs of chips, which were a great deal because chips have gone up now in the supermarket. You can only get 20 packs for $6.50 now. The granola bars again were in, so I got those because I'm not low, but we probably had about half. The box of shapes. Legos pizza sauce. I just really like this brand. I know the Aldi one's cheaper, but it's not always in my Aldi, so I grabbed this one because it was a good deal. Mini pretzels, which I've never got before because they've never been in there when I've got them, but I got this. This was about $10, which was a good deal. My kids love mini pretzels, and generally I buy the Parkers and in those smaller packs. This was a treat that I got for Johnny and I. The kids probably won't eat it because it's got nuts in it, but it's a trail mix. Look at this mix. M&M's, peanut M&M's, what have I got? Peanuts, cashews, sultanas, cranberries and almonds. It looks delicious. So I thought this would be good to try. And then if we like it, I'll get some for our road trip. I got massive lot of strawberries. It worked out to about $3 per punnet that I normally pay. I got some zucchini there. I got lots of meat. I've got my normal mince. I got the diced beef here, the chicken. I got 3 roast chickens, obviously I'll pull apart. Pizza cheese, it's raining now guys, pizza cheese. It's a big double bag there. I did get the marinated chicken that I've been wanting to get, this Japanese. I'm hoping it's not spicy. The bacon, we love this bacon. It's so good. This is, what is it, 1.5 kilos and it's about $15. It's delicious. And then last I got the honey pepper barbecue pork loin here for Johnny. Really, I've been wanting to get this for Johnny. I keep forgetting about it, but it was $24 and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get it. We'll get quite a few dinners out of that because the kids probably won't eat it, but I know Johnny and I will really like it. Woof! It is pouring rain out there still, guys. Alright, so how did I go? So my budget was, I guess, between $300 and $400 and I spent $440. So I got a lot of extra things that weren't on my list, but I also went in with the intent that, like for meats, for instance, I spent a lot more on meat. I thought if I saw something that I could get that could go in the weeks ahead, I would, because I just don't have any raw meats or anything in my freezers, and I have hardly anything made up as far as like freezer meal stuff, which is usually like spaghetti bolognese, taco mince done, stir fry stuff done. Any of that I just don't have at the moment, so I'm not mad about it. I kind of went in with the thought of shopping like a month ahead almost, as far as meat stuff goes, like dinner stuff goes, so I'm happy with that. So that's everything that I got you. I'll definitely put the prices up on the screen as I'm going through so you guys can see how much I paid for things, but everything was really a good deal. I'm going to have a lot of bulk food prep to do, so I'm sort of thinking ahead. Now, as far as this goes, as far as my budget goes for the next, you know, fortnights ahead and things like that, obviously I'm not going to spend my $200 every fortnight now for my main shop, because I won't need to. I know I won't need to. So I will be getting extra fresh fruit and veggies that I need. Milk, I know I still need to go back home and get milk. I need to get like a stir fry sauce I normally use, stir fry veggies I normally use. They did have one in Costco there, but it wasn't what we would like, so I didn't buy it. Yeah, there's quite a few little things that I need to get. Apples I need to get. They did not have the muffins. I can't believe it. Every time I've come here, they've had the 2 lots of muffins for $10, and then I cut them up and I get 4 packs, and it's usually like, what is that, 96 pieces. Like, it's a really, really good deal for us and cheap. It works out like 22 cents, I think, each little piece, which is great for us. Like, it's enough for the lunch boxes, it's good for snacks. Like, it's a really good deal because I freeze them, but they didn't have any at all today, which I was totally shocked about. So I'll do something else as far as that goes, or if I come back in the next couple of weeks, I'll get them then, hopefully. But very disappointed they weren't there. But as far as everything else goes, I pretty much got it. But yeah, apples and bananas I'll need to get. Strawberries I did get in there because they were a good deal. Like, once you worked it out per kilo and per punnet and things, it works out about $3 a punnet. Maybe just under, I think, $3 a punnet roughly. I have to calculate again, but I remember when I was in there, I was like, oh, that's a pretty good deal. So I just got them. What else? And we do go through a lot of strawberries and that when we have them. I just don't usually buy a lot at once because they've been so expensive, so I just haven't done it. But I thought that was a good deal, so we did that. Bananas I need to buy. There might be a couple of things, like, it's not that much left for me to buy for this fortnight, so I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, that's where I've ended up. So I'm actually going to go get some petrol. Petrol is actually the same price as home at the moment, which is about $1.57, so that's good. It's really good. I don't need that much petrol. I'm really just doing it so when I get home I don't need to put more petrol in the car. But other than that, I've had a pretty successful shop. Oh, I did actually film, and it's probably up here on the channel, in the Costco haul, okay? Costco haul playlist. It's linked below. Go and have a look at it. I actually filmed a bit of Christmas stuff in there. They started getting Christmas things in there, and the massive trays. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, these huge trays, very expensive, but I did film it, so go and have a look at that. Obviously they're going to start getting more stuff in and things. They've got a lot of toys sort of coming through as well, but I am expecting lots more Christmas stuff to come in at Costco, which it's all very expensive, so I probably won't buy much of it, but it was just cool to see because I have never seen Costco Christmas stuff, and I knew they'd have lots of Disney stuff and all that coming in, but yeah, pretty expensive. But go and have a look at that video. It should be up by now. By the time this video goes up, it should be up. But otherwise, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Bye.